Hello and welcome to the Endless Space 2 Early Access Quests and Exploration preview. So I'm gonna tell you a bit about some of the new changes and new features in Endless Space 2 compared to like Endless Space 1, and show you how some of those work and all of that. So let's start with the quests, because I have the quest available here. So if you've played Endless Legends, this is very familiar to you, because it's pretty much directly ported from there into this one. So during your gameplay, you get these quests from exploration. You have your main faction quest, and when you do things, you get, well, quests that you need to complete or not complete. You can fail them as well. You can even fail your race's own faction quest, which this is the first part for Bodiani, and it gives you these snippets of lore here, like what's happening with the race and all of that. And then you have objectives as always, and for these it's destroy all pirates in your home constellation, and you get a reward. And they're fairly simple like that. You go explore a place, you probe a bit, you destroy some enemies, you have to colonize certain planet, etc, etc. Sometimes they also give you up to 3 choices, that's what I've seen, to choose between different goals that you can do. For example, one I had was I could assimilate a minor race, colonize a planet, or do something that I think it was maybe explore 80% of the galaxy. But anyways, like, there was like 3 different options, and all of them provided you with different rewards as well. So it's a choice of which one you want to do, because some of them might be practically impossible. For example, if all minor races are dead already, how do you assimilate a new one, because there's no one around? And then you have to kind of pick and choose which one you want, which will benefit you the most. Some of them provide unique technological advancements, usually ship parts, or buildings that you can build in your planets. And those are usually come from the faction's own quests, like this Church and Cloth. The later parts give you an option between a couple different buildings that you can build in your places, and it's kind of difficult choice as well. Both of them are really nice and provide you with some unique opportunities that fit your race really well. But yeah, that's pretty much the quest thing. If you've played, as I said, Endless Legends, this is very familiar, and I'm sure if you like this in Endless Legends, you love it in this one as well. And it provides you more goals compared to like a normal, say, traditional 4X game, where you just you're just expanding and exploring and making your empire as great as possible. This gives you kind of some other goals to aim for as well, that will probably guide you towards expanding and making your empire as great as possible, but just with some milestones on the way. So yeah, also you can see the location of the quest pointers. So here's the pirates I need to go kill, and they're pinging in the galaxy there. It kind of reveals that there's a planet there and there, even though I don't know yet that there is such a planet there. And then let's go to the exploration part. So this is 5 turns into the game, and I did some quick exploration with my ships here. And let's actually finish movement from my ships, because I want this ship to get over there in the Heidel. Let's do a couple turns here, because it needs to be parked on the system. So you can see all of these different systems here. These are home, and then there's all kinds of things. You can see that these planets are pinging here, kind of same as the quest line. These planets are pinging there because they're telling me that there's curiosities, and you want to explore the map or the galaxy as much as possible. This is a twin elliptical galaxy I'm playing in at the moment, because each of the planets, all depending on settings, I've cranked up the maximum, because I wanted to explore as much of the curiosities and stuff as possible in this playthrough. So for example, let's go to see the Heidel here. So when you explore a system, it shows you this nice information overlay of all the planets in there, and it shows their unknown life form curiosity and ruins curiosity, and then we have atmospheric curiosities on this one, and then some more in there in the Heidel tree. And this also gives you a nice overview of all the planets in the system, like what you might want to colonize and what might be nice for your race. Like, there's a lot of high production planets on this one, although the lava planets are not the most hospitable. So now when you see the planets, and the pinging things are actually these curiosities here. So you can see that there is these atmospheric curiosities here, and the ones we saw in the planet overlay there, and you can mouse over on each of these to see what the curiosity is about. Like, there's this life form here, and it shows you what you might find in there. So high possibility of anomalies, low chance of luxury resource deposits and loot, and you require an expedition power of 1. There's up to 3 currently in the expedition power, so you need to research better expedition basically to be able to explore all of these with your probe ships. And our probe ship for this race, the starting one, is the Wheel, and they come equipped with probes because they have the probe thingy. And you can see that we have 4 out of 4. It might be a bit difficult to see, it's so small. And you have a limited number of probes in your ships that slowly regain over time, and you can improve the probes, you can improve the number of the probes, and how quickly you regain them as well. And these are used both for exploring these curiosities, and also for probes that you can actually shoot out into the galaxy and see things in that way. But let's do a couple of these curiosities, because if you have 4, I'll show you. Let's do 3 of these and 1 probe. So let's start with the subterranean here. So you just click on here, into curiosity, you set the probe, and it shows you an expedition successful, and you get some loot in there. And these can be just the loot is just a direct, here are some resources for you. Sometimes you find like the actual thing that produces like a deposit that you can mine for the resource. Let's see if we can find let's do a life form. Maybe there's a plant there for us. And we actually failed the expedition, funny enough. Maybe there is nothing there for us then. Now let's do one more ruin exploration here. And another loot, of course. Well, let's probe 1 more. We'll skip a couple of turns so we can shoot another probe. And there we go. So there's loot and there is discovery. So this is an anomaly for the planet. It gives production or industry per population on the planet and minus science per population on the science. So making it in a really nice production planet now. And you can see that they show up here next to the planet. And you can also find strategic resources like the titanium, hyperium, and all of these. You can find a deposit of them you can mine if you colonize the planet. You can find luxury resources like the dust deciduous trees that give you extra dust for your systems when you use it up. And you can basically, by colonizing, you get this like ticking production of that. So let's skip a couple turns so we can do a probe, and I'll show you the probe as well. And we'll probably need to do a science here quickly as well. And those. Let's move my ships quickly and enter. And exploration is very important in this game. You want to know what's where and how these systems connect to each other and where you want to colonize and all of that. So now we've regained one of the probes, and we can use this launch probe action. So not only you can just fly around between the stars, you can also use these probes to kind of scout safely. And also sometimes you have to use these scouts, because this hyperlane network does not connect to each planet in the game. Because there can be planets that there could be, for example, because I don't know, this is still not explored. There could be a planet there which is not connected to any of these by the hyperlanes. You need to research this free movement later, and then there's wormholes also later in the game. And that's the only way to get to those. So I know there's a cluster of planets here, but there is no access between these galaxies into the middle. Actually, there is a wormhole, but you need to research that. So what we can do is we can launch a probe to any direction we want here. You can see kind of how far it will go and how wide. So we can just do a probe that direction, and you send this probe there, and you can see it's already exploring this range here for me. Let's move these ships around a bit, and let's see how the probe goes there. Okay, now it moves again. There's something over there. Can we shoot another probe that way? And there's all kinds of upgrades for the probes, like the expanded range. You can see how many turns they last. These are only four turns, and you can get it to higher turns. So you can find more. I found actually 2 minor factions by scouting it. Sorry, correction, I found 3 minor factions in there. And all the things. So there's all kinds of stuff in there. So these probes are really great addition to the exploration system of the game. I really enjoy using them. So there we go. Found some. And now we know that there is someone over there. This is also a really nice way to explore during war times, when you know that there's a fleet blocking your movement into certain system, and you kind of want to scout and just shoot a probe in there and see what's in there. Also, not only can you explore these curiosities with the exploration ships with the probes here, just by clicking them, but you can also do them by colonizing these systems. So that's how you normally do it, but also that we have this colonized planet here, and you can add them through here into the production queue. So they send just their own exploration crew from the planet to see what's in there. Like, it would be a really good idea to see what's my subterranean bonus there on my home world. And you don't need to waste your exploration ship to do this. You can send it somewhere else to quickly see what the nice resources you have in the neighborhood, and your home planet and your colonized planets can work out what's in the area you already control, so you don't need to waste that time. But yeah, that's my quick view into the exploration and quests of the Endless Space 2. I think both of these systems have really improved the game a lot, and it's really fun. I like to pump up the curiosities to maximum, basically, so that there's all kinds of funky stuff all over the galaxy, and I hope they keep adding new quests and new things into the curiosity system as well. And I really like the fact that the Hyperlane network does not connect all the planets, and there can be like hidden planets in the side here that you need to kind of explore through different methods, which is really cool. There is a research, not a research, but there's a exploration event that shows you all the planets or systems that are not connected into the network in your area, which is one nice way to get a knowledge of them as well, without having to probe like every direction. And it gives you also an edge to colonize those planets. Usually what I've seen, those systems that are outside of the grid are usually fairly nice as well. Like, there's really good planets in there. And I wish that part gets improved and expanded even more, because it's really, really nice, and it's not unique, but it's certainly not that used mechanic. There's always this hyperlane network, and you need to use that, or free movement between the planets. But I like the way how it's done in this one. And the quests are also really, really nice. I always liked them in Endless Legends, and I think it's really awesome that they were kind of ported just directly from that into the Endless Space 2. And they make the gameplay a lot more interesting. Not just let me be a galactic accountant and rule my empire and fiddle with every single bit of a detail in there. No, you can also do some quests and feel like the galactic overlord, ruler of the Star Empire, not an accountant. But yeah, that's my look at the exploration and quests in Endless Space 2, and thank you for watching. And if you liked this video of preview check out other previews, reviews, let's plays, and all kinds of content on the YouTube channel, and I also live stream on Nari.tv daily. Games like this, many other builder management strategy games, and a bit of everything. And I'll see you guys there, so bye bye.